Anyway, yeah, brother, what you got?
And how shall they hear without a preacher? So it's Isaiah 55 and 6. Seek ye the Lord whilst he may be found. Call ye upon him whilst he is near.
Right, so it says to seek the Lord that he may be found. And see, back in the ancient world, to go before the Lord or to go seek the Lord, who did you have to go down to? You had to go down and search for a prophet. Why? Because the Lord was speaking through that prophet. Okay? So when it says, seek ye the Lord that he may be found, it's talking about finding this truth. And the way you're going to find this truth that we got, that the Apostle Paul was teaching 2,000 years ago, hey, guess what? You got to come before us, because we're going to have that same truth. Because the Christians ain't got it, the damn Muslims ain't got it. No one else got this, but we got it. Go on, bro.
Verse 7. Let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts, and let him return unto the Lord, and he will have mercy.
It doesn't matter.
And he will have mercy upon him.
You read that again.
So this is verse 7. So this is Isaiah 55 and 7. Let the wicked forsake his way, the unrighteous man his thoughts, and let him return unto the Lord.
Right, it says let him return unto the Lord. So in order for you to return to the Lord, you gotta return back to what we're telling you. You gotta follow the ways of what we're saying. And follow us. Right? Now am I saying follow us entirely? No. What I'm saying is you follow what these words are saying. That's coming from the men of the Lord. Yeah? Once you do that, now you're following the Most High. You're not necessarily following us per se, you're following the Most High. And that's what we're going to need you to do in the right way.
The Apostle Paul said, be ye followers of me, as I am of Yahweh Shai.
Beautiful, 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 brother. And that's it. Because who did Paul follow? Was Paul following his own spirit? No, he was following the spirit of the Messiah. That's what we're doing. Go on, bro.
So it says, and he will have mercy upon him, and to our power, for he will abundantly pardon. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai.
That's it. Okay. Read that one more time. The other verses.
This is Isaiah 55 and 6. Seek ye the Lord whilst he may be found. Call ye upon him whilst he is near.
Yeah, so going back to what I was saying, in order for you to seek the Lord, you gotta find the men of the Lord. The Most High gotta lead your mind to seek for those men, to find those men. Like it says in the book, I believe it's in the book of Matthew, it says, seek and you shall find, something to that effect. But the Most High is gonna give you the mindset and the ability to seek the truth, so that he can choose you to be ordained and to be a part of the first fruits. Alright, but if you're coming up like this other guy that came before us before I probably got here, you're not going to receive the truth. You're not going to find the truth. You're going to be one of those characters, as I told him in the book of 2 Timothy, the 3rd chapter, ever learning and never able to come to the truth. And that's the kind of character he had. Alright? And he pretty much exposed himself. He said, I'm trying to teach y'all. You can't teach us. We already got the whole thing. Why you think we got the robes on? He had no robe. He had no borders of it. He had no fringes on.
Yeah.
And he had no proper veil on his face. So who is he to come teach us anything? He can't teach us a damn thing. Okay? He's saying that, oh, this brother, he's assuming. No. You're assuming what he's saying because you're not following up what he's saying. Okay? And that's why when you're dealing with certain people like that, and they got questions and then they go to the next thing, it's really because they're not really focused. Go on, bro.
It's Ecclesiastes 5 and 1. Keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of the Lord, it's like of God, and be more ready to hear than to give the sacrifice of fools.
Right.
For they consider not that they do evil.
And he damn sure wasn't ready to hear. He was ready to teach. He said, I'm here to teach you guys. You don't need to teach us, man, because we know everything about the Christian church.
That's right.
We grew up in the Christian church.
Yeah.
We know about that word, man. And that's not the word of the Lord. That's the word of Satan, man. Satan got all of those maggots inside them churches thinking that they believe. They don't believe that. They believe in some really same God that they believed in ancient Egypt, the Israelites. It's called, what was his name, man? The guy with the pot on top of his head. Serapis Christmas. That's what the Christians are really worshiping when you really dig deep. Okay, they're under that Serapis Christmas spirit. Go on.
This is Matthew 15 and 14. Let them alone. They be blind leaders of the blind. And if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall in a ditch.
That's it, and that's all of them. That's the Christian community all the way and through. Let's read that one more time.
This is Matthew 15 and 14. Let them alone. They be blind leaders of the blind.
From it. I want you to read.
And if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into the ditch.
Right, both shall fall into the ditch, man. And that's exactly where they're going. They're going all the way to that same old place, into perdition. That's what that ditch is.
Hear ye therefore the parable of the sower. When anyone heareth the word of the kingdom, and understandeth it not, then cometh the wicked one, and catcheth away that which was sown in his heart.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
This is he which receives seed by the wayside.
Exactly.
Can I give an example of that earlier on? The brother that came, the one that was listening with you, when we are breaking down our reincarnation for him, and then the woman, you cast out that guy that kept coming to your side. And then she just went behind us and she got vexed.
Yeah.
And the brother, you had to go and calm her down or whatever.
Yeah.
Just like that, man. That would be you. Look at me again. That's the wicked one. That's the ways in which the wicked one can come and take away what's in your mind.
Yeah. Woman ways and the woman worship.
Yeah, you know? So it can be anything. Like your phone might ring and you might walk off, and that's it, man. You forgot about this and you've gone about your business. Okay, so there's many ways where Satan can come and hinder you from receiving this truth. And that was an example that we seen earlier on with Satan, the wicked one, coming to come and hinder the driver from receiving. Because we were going into the reincarnation and breaking it down for him, and then she got vexed. How come you talking like that? And then he had to go and calm her down, whatever, and then before he knew it, the driver was gone. You know? Because he said reincarnation, he said that he does not understand it.
Yeah, we can get that later.
That's why what? That's what Facebook.
So verse 19. Again. When anyone heareth the word of the kingdom and understandeth it not, then cometh the wicked one and catcheth away that which was sown in his heart.
And that's very true, because we did give him the word of, we did give him the kingdom. So someone came and led him away, and that's why he's not here to this very day. Alright? And that's him to be exact, because he came up here. There was a part of him that tried to sound all smart, trying to teach us and trying to understand it at the same time. Alright, and maybe there was a part of him that wanted to get the understanding of it, but he didn't get the understanding. That's why someone came in there to deceive his ass so that he could get going. But now let's go back to verse 10. Because this is what it all boils down to.
This is,
start from verse 9.
okay, this is Matthew 13 and 9. Who have ears to hear, let him hear. And the disciples came and said unto him, Why speakest thou unto them in parables? He answered and said unto them, Because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven,
Right.
but to them it is not given.
And that's simply put. It wasn't meant for him to get it. That's why he was in trouble trying to in the mind and trying to get it, man. Just couldn't get it. Okay, and it's like a brother did a sit down on how this truth is not for everybody. You can't see what this is saying, because there's no faking the funk. You could try to act like you understand, but you don't understand. Alright? But if you can't simply get this truth, you're gonna be just like that guy. You're gonna have a demon, you're gonna have one demon tell you one thing and and another demon tell you another thing, man. Okay? That's just the thing. And he was led by them demons. You can see in his eyes, he had spirits on him. Go on, bro.
Verse 12. For whosoever hath, to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance, but whatsoever hath not, from him shall be taken away, even that he hath.
Right. Yeah, so we're going to drop that. Give me the book of Psalms 37. I want to change the topic now. We're going to roll in the spirit with this one here.
Psalms 37:1. Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity, for they shall soon be cut down like the grass and wither as the green herb.
Yeah, keep going. I'll take what you did. Hold that, and then get me the book of I think it's in Timothy. It's in the book of Timothy. It says something to the effect of deceived and the deceive are his. I think that's in Job. That's in the book of Job. I think it's Job 39 or something.
Job 12 and 16.
12 and 16.
So, Job 12 and 16. With him is strength and wisdom. The deceived and the deceiver are his.
Right, the deceived and the deceiver are his. So if you're deceived and you're led into a different diverse doctrine, which in the eyes of the Most High, Christianity is a diverse wayward philosophy. I'm talking about the modern day style of Christianity. See, our style of Christianity goes all the way back to the disciples, the apostles. That's the doctrine that we're teaching you, which is the true style of Christianity. Their style of Christianity is pretty much being what is it, man? It's pretty much a spin-off of what we're teaching. All right, so that's a wayward philosophy. Go on.
He leadeth counselors away spoiled, and maketh judges fools.
Right, and make him judges fools. So the Most High can set up a judge or a leader and give him all of the wisdom that he needs to rule that society, and then turn him into a damn fool. Like what's going on right now with this society. You got the prime ministers, they're not as sharp as they used to be. They're making the wrong decisions.
To say the least.
What's that, brother?
You said they're not as sharp as they used to be, to say the least.
Right, to say the least. Exactly. Okay. Like you got these two characters I was talking about. That's gonna become the next prime minister of this country.
Oh.
Them two guys, though, they don't look like they got it, man.
What, Boris Johnson
Jeremy Hunt.
and Jeremy, yeah.
Them dudes look like they ain't got it, man. Like they on coke or something. Jeremy Hunt, he looks like a cokehead, man.
Boris Johnson looked like one of them guys who used to beat up at school. They had a whole heap of sweets on him. He took his sweets and he started crying to the teacher, man.
Right.
It's funny as well because there was a woman on one of those morning news shows. She said Jeremy Hunt, but she said Jeremy Cunt. So that just shows that their kingdom's divided, because all women are cursing out their own politicians, man.
Yeah.
The Edomite woman said Jeremy Cunt.
Yeah.
Live on national TV. So their kingdom's divided.
Exactly.
Yeah, this kingdom being divided. It's just crumbling apart.
You're going, bro.
So verse 18. He looseth the bond of kings, and girdeth their loins with a girdle. He leadeth princes away spoiled, and overthroweth the mighty. He removeth away the speech of the trusty, and taketh away the understanding of the aged.
Yeah, that's what the Lord can do. The Most High, like I said, he can give you the understanding to do what you're doing. And when it's time for you to go down, he can delete that understanding from you. Okay? And it's being found out even as today that the Christians and them leaders, they ain't got it, man. Okay? They never had it. But back then it was more powerful because you didn't have all of this information as you have it today about the Christian church. All right? And now they don't really have too much to say anymore. They can't really, elevate their doctrine to a whole nother level. Because they're running out of words. And what they're doing is they're listening to what we gotta say, and they're getting scriptures from what we're reading. That's what they're doing. Go on, bro.
He poureth contempt upon princes, and weakeneth the strength of the mighty.
Right. Yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to the point. Read that same verse again.
Job.
Yeah.
So Job 12 and 16. With him is strength and wisdom, and the deceived and the deceiver are his.
Right. So yeah, give me Revelations 20 verse 10 now.
So Revelation 20 and 10. And the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone.
Yeah, it says that the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake. Read that verse one more time.
And the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone.
Right, because that devil is reference to this revival of ancient Rome. This entire system that we're under right now. And in this society, you have all kinds of philosophies out there. You have all kinds of religions out there. And these things are pretty much provided to the people to deceive or so that they can be deceived while they have the truth. Because in order for you to deceive or to lie, you have to have the truth, right?
Yeah.
And that's what these prime ministers, not prime ministers, but these churches and all of these different school teachers, whether you went to the regular schools or whether you went to private school, okay, or not the Roman Catholic Church, or you went to these universities, okay? And when you look at this society as a whole, it's all based on lies. It's all based on deception. And Christianity was one of those things, those tools to deceive the massive army of people. Starting in the days of slavery, okay? Especially when they took down them so-called Native brothers, and they pretty much forced them to believe in that Caesar orgy piece. All right? So that was that time for them to be deceived, and now we're coming into a time where this truth is erupting out of nowhere, and they can't help themselves. They can't stop it. All right? Go on, bro. And the truth of today is that we're the real Jews.
That's right.
That's right.
Those people over there in Israel today, they're not the real Jews.
That's right.
Okay, they don't fit prophecy word for down. All right, go on, bro.
So Revelation 20 and 10. The devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophet are.
Right, where the beast and the false prophet was. Who is the false prophet? The false prophet is symbolic to the Roman Catholic institution, because out of them came all of these religions, including Islam. All right. So when you read about what the Messiah told the disciples, what did he tell the disciples? Because the disciples were inquiring of the last days, right? And what did he tell the disciples? Many shall be deceived. You're going to have false Christs, false anointed ones, and many shall be deceived. So out of these churches are going to deceive the many, the multitude of people. Okay? And we're set up through the Spirit of the Lord, Yahweh Baal Shem Shai, to tear down strongholds. And those are the strongholds that's deceive the people. All of these churches know that, man. Okay? Go on, bro.
And shall be tormented day and night forever and ever.
Yeah, that's it on that. That's it on that, you know? So if you're deceived, then that was your lot to be deceived. Yeah, somebody get me you got some, right? Okay. Let me see. Get me you got some, right? You got some more.
This is Ephesians 6 and 11. Put on the whole armour of Yahweh, that you may be able to withstand the wiles of the devil. For you wrestle not against flesh and blood, against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world,
Right.
against spiritual wickedness in high places.
Right.
Yeah.
So the whole armor of this truth, the whole armor, okay, is the word of the Lord. So if you don't have that armor, then guess what? Most likely you're going to be deceived. And we were all once deceived at one time. But now we're not being deceived anymore. We're being led in the right path, in the right order. And we're fulfilling the scriptures and the commandments to the best of our ability now. Matter of fact, okay, yeah, give me Revelations 11 now. Somebody give me Revelations 11. Verse 18.
The book of Revelation chapter 11 verse 18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come. and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth.
Yeah, keep going. There's some more in that. But it talks about dead bodies.
It says,
I think it's 11:11.
Oh yeah,
11:8,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
yeah. Revelation chapter 11 verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great